I'm with all my friends, yeah, we
AK
mining, not alone.
alone.
Spawning all these creepers, yeah, making them some clones.
What the?
Found a nearby dog, feed him a
Whoa,
bone.
whoa.
Trying to find ores full, 64 stacks of the
Uh,
arrows put in the bow. Make this.
Pause. I guess I'm recording. Uh, oh, hey guys. I guess you finished part one. Okay then. I guess. Okay then. So I'm just watching. Not really watching. Well, this is the me right now. I'm talking. This is me right now. You can watch the other me. Re, you guys are gonna be watching that. I'm not gonna be watching that. You guys are gonna be watching that. So I'll see you guys later. Have fun.
String stretch, climbing all these mountains. I feel off the edge. Download some mods.
He wouldn't know which direction I was heading. As I walked, I went to put my hat back on, and a piece of paper fell out of it. Folded into a paper was a $100 bill. The paper said, "I'm sorry. Please take a cab and don't hitchhike anymore
Man,
tonight."
that was close, man. That was real close.
I didn't. In fact, it was the last time I ever hitchhiked in my life. Would never,
Is that a person?
ever do that again.
Well, we're gonna pause on that one. Dude, guys. My God, that scared the crap out of me. I thought when the guy driving, right? I thought this boy was gonna like kill himself when he ducked over. Like that scared the crap out of me. So, yeah, so let's keep watching. We only got a few minutes left.
This story is totally true. It happened to me when I was about 4 years old. My dad used to really like going on vacation with me and my family. One time, we went to what I think was Big Bear, but I'm not sure. Anyways, we rented a cabin. I don't remember much, but I remember the inside of the cabin was beautiful. The furniture was all colorful and decorated in Christmas colors, but it was around
Okay.
Christmas time. It was very roomy, and it was 2 floors and had its own den, kitchen, and bedroom. We arrived during the day, and everything seemed normal. When night came, however, we started hearing noises. It sounded like someone was shaking the front doorknob trying to get in. I was the first to notice, and I told my mom. But she didn't believe me. Then she saw it too. For a couple of minutes, the front doorknob just kept shaking by itself, and we were too afraid to go look out the door. Then we heard another noise. It sounded like steel hitting steel. Then it stopped. My dad was afraid someone was trying to break in, so we packed up all of our things so we can leave. But before we did, my dad called the police and asked them to come search the premises. We exited out the back door because the noises were coming from the front. Our car was down
Smart.
the hill from the back of the cabin. I fell asleep in the car and woke up the next morning in a small rinky-dink motel room that was nothing as roomy and beautiful as the cabin. I was so bummed, but I was quickly relieved we had left because later that day, we found out who was making those noises. The police had arrived there and searched the outside and found nothing. Then they went inside and found a man that had 2 hooks instead of hands. He had been twisting the doorknob with his hook. Then he... I was so bummed, but I was quickly relieved we had left because later that day, we found out who was making those noises. The police had arrived there and searched the outside and found nothing. Then they went inside and found a man that had 2 hooks instead of hands. He had been twisting the doorknob with his hook. Then he clashed his hooks together, and that's what we heard was it still on steel. We found out that about 5 minutes after we left the cabin, he successfully broke in and started searching for us. The police found bodies stashed in the upstairs closet. When we were on our way home from the motel, we stopped at a gas station near the cabin where the madman had tried to break in. My mom knew it was a bad idea, but my dad told her to relax. The cops took care of that guy. He's nowhere near us. We all went into the little shop to buy some candy and snacks. We were quite surprised when we came out of the shop and headed back to our car. There was a note on the hood that read, "There's more of us. See you soon." It's safe to say that we never went back to that cabin again.
I was born in 1984. This incident was from 1989. I was 5 years old then. I'm a guy, the middle child of 5 siblings. It was late 1989 when my mom was giving birth to our youngest sister. My mom was having labor, and my dad and a family friend were taking her to the hospital of our town. My eldest sister and I were left alone at home. I have no clue about ghosts and hauntings by that time. I wasn't sure how much time has passed since they left for the hospital, but I guessed it's about midnight or just before it, when my sister fell asleep. I was sitting beside her on the couch. I am sure I was wide awake and watching my elder sis sleeping. The couch was just by the window, and the window was high above the ground. There's no way anyone could climb up the wall. It was then, at that exact moment, that I saw a hand on the outside of the window pane. The hand of a baby, from the wrist upward, with the palm facing me. Maybe I was too young to get scared, or I didn't know how to react. I'm not sure. I just kept staring at the hand. At that time,
Please
I thought
be no
that
jump
hand
scare.
was mine to be born younger babies. I can't tell what exactly happened after that. What I'm sure of was that my parents came home the next morning with our new baby sister. I told my mom about the thing after I was 25 years old. But I've got chills when I think about that night. I wonder why I didn't get scared or horrified. Maybe I was too young, as I've said before.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sure I saw what I saw. If that night was not then, but one of these nights, I'd be screaming my lungs out or froze to death.
Like that ritual, blue baby blue. That was kind of short. I don't know what to do now. Should we like watch a quick video? Because this is supposed to be like 20 minutes. I don't know. What? I'll be right back. Well, guys, I found another video. 10 to stories horror. Oh crap. Just get on the video, okay? Whatever. Just animated though. It's animated. And also, I'm gonna link this video in the description.
I was having a pleasant dream when what sounded like hammering woke me. After that, I could barely hear the muffled sound of dirt covering the coffin over my own scream. Number 2. I woke up to hear knocking on
I'm gonna
glass.
back up for this one.
I thought it was the window until I heard it come from the mirror again. Number 3. There was a picture in my
This is some
phone
creepy
saying,
stuff.
I live alone. Number 4. My wife woke me up last night to tell me there was an intruder in her house. She was murdered by an intruder 2 years ago. Number 5. I never go to sleep, but I keep waking up. Number 6. The last thing I saw was my alarm clock flashing 12:07 before she pushed her long, rotting nails through my chest, her other hand muffling my scream. I sat bolt upright, relieved it was only a dream. But as I saw my alarm clock read 12:06, I heard my closet door creak open.
Oh, heck no.
There's nothing like the laughter of a baby. Unless it's 1 a.m. and you're home alone. Number 8.
Just get it too creepy.
Taking him into bed, and he tells me, "Daddy, check for monsters under my bed."
But he's the monster, am I right?
For his amusement, and see him, another him, under the bed, staring back at me, quivering and whispering, "Daddy, there's somebody on my bed." Number 9.
I was right.
I always thought my cat had a staring problem. She always seemed fixated on my face. Until one day, when I realized that she was always looking just behind me. Number 10.
We're gonna pause. Oh, I made it straight. We're gonna pause on that one. Okay, why do I feel like number 10 is gonna be the hardest one? Huh? Didn't even past 20 minutes yet. Ah. Man, this is creepy. Man, I'm done. I'm done. I'm just.
A girl?
Heck no. I'm gonna come down here.
So she got up and started to head down. As she got to the stairs, I pulled her into her room and said,
I heard it too. Stay. Stay and don't make a sound.
Oh, heck, nigga, no. Oh, crap, I said that right. And we're still not on 20 minutes. Let's find another one. No, nah, that's gonna be messed up. This is supposed to be a scary video. Let's find another one. I thought I paused it. Find another one. Okay, well, I guess we were watching 3 videos in one. Hold up. Wow, that's actually pretty cool. And also kind of cool. It also kind of sucks because I gotta be editing this. Not little Timmy over there. Huh, little Timmy? Wanna say something? Huh? You're not gonna say anything? Ugly. Ugly. What you gonna do over it? What you gonna do?
What I'm gonna do is gonna
What you gonna do?
catch these
See
hands.
your brother over there?
Yeah.
Your brother ain't here, boy. You know you ain't here. You work for me, ugly. Man, kiss these days, am I right? Shut up. Okay, I'll shut up. Well, we're gonna watch True. I didn't even read the title though. True Bathroom Horror Story Animated. Let's get it.
This is a true horrifying incident that happened to me when I was very young. The year was 2007, and I was an 8-year-old girl
Let's
studying
turn this
at a
up.
primary
Let's turn this
school.
up.
The school was old, and it was built after the war and Japanese invasion in my country. I heard that
Okay.
there were Japanese army men and local people killed on the land brutally.
Ooh.
And many teachers and students claim that they have encountered paranormal activity. Although I've never seen anything paranormal at the school, this place still gave me a creepy vibe. My class was located on the 2nd floor, just beside the girls' bathroom. The chilling part is, we could see an old cemetery park from there before entering the bathroom. One day, when I was studying in my class, I wanted to pee, so I asked the teacher's permission and went to the bathroom. I got into the first stall and locked the door. There was no light or anyone in there. It was just me. Everything was silent until suddenly, someone banged and kicked the door that was in front of me. I was in shock and froze for the first seconds. I don't know why, but I didn't scream for my life. I just quickly pushed against the door so the person wouldn't break in. After a few minutes, the banging stopped. I waited for a few more minutes and opened the door. There was no one in there. I walked out, ready to go back to my classroom. Then, I saw a student with broad shoulders and chocolate skin standing opposite of my direction. He was looking at me with a smile on his face. I froze because he was one of my classmates, and he actually sat near me. I think, after he saw me go out of the bathroom, he followed me, and that was him inside. I quickly returned to my classroom and didn't speak of anything about it to anyone. The student soon went in and sat down quietly. I cannot recall his name, but I still remember this incident even now. I will never forget this horrifying experience. I wonder what would have happened to me if I didn't lock the door, or if he had successfully broke in that day.
Still not the 20 minutes we need. Let's find another one. This one is a bus stop. Do I have to read the title? I do. Oh, okay. A bus stop horror story animated.
This happened when I was 17 years old. I would go to the gym 3 to 4 times a week and ride the bus home. It was a Sunday and I had just missed my bus, so I had to wait longer for another one. I would have called my parents, but they were out for the evening, and taxis charged more, so I decided to sit and wait in the bus shelter. It was a cold night and snow had just started peppering the ground. My bus was taking longer than usual, so I got my phone out and listened to some music. Almost an hour had passed. It was freezing and I hadn't seen anyone at all. That was until I noticed something out of the corner of my eye. It was a creepy guy dressed in thick layers of clothing, walking slowly towards me. I knew staring at him would draw more attention, so I just focused on my phone. He sat down at the other end of the shelter and just stared at me. There was something off about him. He seemed like he was either drunk or on drugs. He then asked,
"What does the boss do?"
I took out my earphones and said, I think it's delayed because of the snow. He stared at me for a while, then started mumbling to himself. He was really starting to creep me out, so I pretended to be on my phone. After a couple of minutes, I took another look. He'd moved closer to me. I looked away for a second, then heard the sound of him sliding even closer. I turned to him and said, "You okay there?" He stared at me with glossy eyes, lifted his arm and leaned towards me. Immediately, I grabbed my bag and ran as he fell to the ground. I ran down the road, trying my hardest not to look back. I kept going until I got to the next bus stop. I turned around to check to see if he was there. He was gone, so I went to sit down. Feeling relieved, I rested my head on the back of the glass and waited for the bus.
I feel like a jump scare. But I feel like a jump scare. I feel like a jump scare. I'm turning. Okay.
I jolted and turned around to see the same guy staring at me through the glass.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Then he started walking around the shelter towards me.
I'm warning you, stay back.
I yelled in panic as I was backing up.
You
I
want?
wanted to run, but I left my bag in the shelter and I couldn't leave without
Yeah,
it.
come catch these hands.
The man leaped at me and I quickly moved out of the way. He fell to the ground face first. I
Yeah.
froze in shock, then noticed the blood coming from his face.
Don't care.
I tried to get a response out of him, but nothing worked. I called the police and paramedics and they arrived shortly after. I told them what had happened and they told me that the guy was on prescription drugs. They found a photo in his wallet of him and his son. The boy looked just like me, so we assumed he thought I was him. I later learned that he had lost his son in a custody battle and went off the rails. He was taken away for treatment. That was the last I saw of him. I got my driver's license shortly after, and have never been on a bus since.
Hey, 20 minutes. Nah, actually forget that. We might get copyrighted. Let's add our own music. Hey, 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 yeah, hey. So I guess I see you guys next time. Hope you guys like the video and yeah. Gonna dab on those haters. And also we're gonna see you guys later. Bye.